Hi, this is Bill and you're watching Bill's Box of Sound, and this video is a review of this heavy little behemoth here. The Zappa Original Motion Picture Soundtrack Deluxe Vinyl Edition. Well, actually, I'm kind of reviewing the entire release and all variants of it. This is a 5-record boxed set, and it's number 118 in the release series. And it is also released as a CD set. This is a 3 CD set. And it is the soundtrack of this movie right here, Zappa, the biography documentary that was directed by Alex Winter and had the full cooperation of the Zappa estate, and also had a massive Kickstarter campaign to help save the Zappa vault, which we'll talk about a little bit more later on. But first of all, let's unbox this beautiful boxed set. Let's take a look at it here. You open it up, and the first thing you see is the booklet. Oh, wait a second. First, you see this sticker right here. That's on the outside of the shrink wrap, actually. I got the black vinyl edition. This is also available in a colored vinyl edition, which is clear vinyl with a wispy black smoke effect on it. I know of some people who have bought both versions. For what reason, I do not know, because they have the exact same amount of music on them. There's also a 2-record set that is available on clear vinyl, and those are all the variants. Let's move forward. This ribbon here is very handy to help get things out of the box. This is the booklet. And it's real nice. All versions of the soundtrack have some of these photographs in there. There's not a wealth of information, mostly just visuals, as you can see here. So let's put that aside and take a look at the records. There's record number 1. All of the albums, the records inside of the set, have their own individual sleeves. There's record 2. I mean, there's inner sleeves inside of there, but each of these is like a separate album. There's record 3, record 4. See, as it gets deeper, it's easier to pull that out. And that is record number 5. Now, I'm going to freeze the thing as soon as I pull away this record here and take a look at the inside of that box. A nice little detail that was put together in here. It's a quote by Frank about his music and what he wants to accomplish with his music. I'm not going to read it to you because that would take away all the mystery from it, wouldn't it? It's just that this is a very well put together set. And like I said, there's the 5-record black vinyl, 5-record clear smoke vinyl. There's the 2-record clear vinyl, and there is the 3 CD set. Now, the CD set, when you open it up, it looks like this. And then when you open it up even more, it's got all of these pictures. And as I said before, these pictures are in each incarnation of the set. Both the CD set and the 5-record vinyl set have the exact same tracks on them. However, they are in a slightly different running order from the records to the CDs. I'm guessing that this is mostly to provide better audio flow for the records on the vinyl set. I don't know. I mean, maybe one version is the definitive sequence of songs on this and the other version is not. But as Frank once said in an interview a very long time ago, it's all one album, so it's all interchangeable. Now, when you go through the records, record 1 concentrates mostly on 1966 to 1968. Record 2 is from 68 to 71, has a couple of tracks of music that was very influential to Frank, as well as a couple of tracks that he produced for other people. Record 3 is from 1972 to 1982. Record 4 concentrates on more serious music. We're talking about the music of Frank, the composer, for orchestras, for chamber, and for the synclavier, which was the most well-behaved, best playing musician that he could possibly get, because you told it exactly what to play and it did it without complaints, girlfriends, or lunch breaks. And he did make some rather cool music for the synclavier. Then there's record 5, which is the soundtrack of the movie as far as the musical cues that were composed by John Frizzell for the movie. There are 26 tracks, but they're very short. So altogether, you've got 68 tracks on this set, and only one of the records is mostly the background music for the soundtrack. Now, in this set, there are 13 tracks of Frank Zappa that are completely unreleased in any other form. There are also 8 of these tracks which have been released in one way or another, but have never been on vinyl before. So altogether, the set is 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 28 seconds of Frank Zappa audio wonderment. Now, the sound quality is as good as it can possibly get. Joe Travers has done a great amount of Vaultmeistering on this and putting this together to make these recordings sound as good as they possibly can. And on the vinyl, it shines. And I have one other concern about the records. Opened up some of these records and they looked like they had a lot of scratches on them. I'm putting some pictures in here right now so I can show you that. What I believe this is actually a practice that's done in pressing plants where they polish the stampers before they press the records. It's a process called dehorning. And it's done with most records, and usually you can't see it. It's a practice that some people say can shave some of the high frequencies off of the record, and other people say that it's a practice that, if not done, will cause more noise on the record. So there are people on different sides of the fence. But even though the records look like this, the surfaces on these vinyl records are dead silent. They're wonderful. I couldn't complain about the sound quality at all. It's a very well done album. Now, how do I feel about the selections in here? Well, it's a lot like the movie. The Zappa movie was not about his music. It wasn't about his musicians, or it wasn't a story about his music. It was about Frank the man. And music was a lot of his life, and this is the music that came out of his life as a result of him living it and the way that he did things. So that's how I feel both about the movie and about this soundtrack. It's a good representation. I don't recommend people buying this as a gateway to get into Frank Zappa, although it wouldn't hurt. There's all sorts of different ways that people have gotten into Frank Zappa, and everybody's got a different story about it. So that's it. The box is going to set you back about $100 at the time that I'm making this video, which is late June, early July 2021. And this movie's been out for about 6 months now. Sorry it took me so long to make this. But I'll give you a little bonus. As I said at the beginning of the video, there was a Kickstarter campaign to help save the vault of music that Frank Zappa had in the basement of his house, which is now, as a matter of fact, owned by Lady Gaga. Anyway, I did do a video at one point in time about the rewards from the Kickstarter campaign that were sent out to people who contributed to the movie getting started. And there's a couple that I have here. One is a record. This is the Zappa Movie official soundtrack album, the backer edition. Most of these tracks are on the Zappa soundtrack that I just reviewed. There's a couple of tracks that are not. There was also something that's even more exclusive. The Zappa Movie limited edition soundtrack EP, which is a 45 RPM extended play disc. And this has a couple of tracks on it that are unique to this record as well. And it came on the same type of vinyl that the limited edition vinyl version of the deluxe soundtrack box came in. Now, if you don't have these, it's not going to be easy to get them because they are out of print. They are not sold in stores, and people are probably going to gouge you out of them, and I will not sell you mine. But those things are available. One other thing. The version of the movie that is sold in stores and on Amazon looks like this. It's a Blu-ray. And there's also this version, which was only available to people who were Kickstarter backers. It's got some bonus material that is not on the general public version. Once again, out of print, not sold in stores. Good luck finding it. Why do I have it? I'm a collector. I didn't buy all the different versions of the soundtrack, but I've got all the music. My concern is getting all the music. So that is everything that I have to say about the Zappa soundtrack. It's a good album. It's, of course, very essential to those lifers of us who have to have everything that Frank ever put out. And if you like this video and you don't already subscribe to my channel, please do so. I want to thank you for watching. Had a great time. Hope you did too. And go listen to some Frank Zappa.